Hey, are you still freeloading from my parents at their house? Don't you think it's getting time for you to get out of that place for me? What? Freeloading? What are you talking about, Maggie? I understand that I am living with your parents within their home, but I don't think what I'm doing here could be considered freeloading in any way. Not even close to freeloading, actually. Well, from what I've seen and heard, you're freeloading there. You aren't even a part of my family, and yet you've been living off them for the longest time now without giving anything back to anyone in return. To me, it seems you have a bit of a misunderstanding about this whole situation here, but me being here and living with your family was not my choice. After my husband and your parents talked for a little while, it was decided that I'd come live here with them. But I'm pretty indifferent on living here with them or not, so now you're going to try and make it look like you're not wanting to live there? I know for a fact that you're lying right now. And what makes you so confident that I'm lying to you about everything going on over here right now? Maggie, can you tell me what the heck you want to say to me right now? Well, I'm going to be coming home to my parents' house starting tomorrow, and we'll be living there from now on. Huh? You're coming back? You're coming back to live with us here? You're the one that's freeloading off everyone, so don't you even try to say that I'm coming back to live there with you when it's not your place or family in the first place. That place is my parents' house, my house. So I'm allowed to come back to live there with them whenever I please. And I completely understand that, but coming back to live here starting tomorrow is too soon. And this is the first I'm hearing anything about you coming back here. Are you coming back here by yourself to live in this house? What about your family? Are you an idiot? What? I'm not coming back there to live on my own. I'll have my family come with me as well back to my parents' house. But when you say your whole family, that means you'll be bringing all 3 of your kids along with you as well, right? There's no way this house can fit everyone in it comfortably. Well, that has nothing to do with the freeloading parasite living off my family's money. I'm the one that gets to choose what happens there in the end, right? So go ahead and shut the hell up for me, would you? But I'm living in this house as well, so I think I have the right to express my opinions on this. And right now, this house is way too small to have the amount of people living in it that you say there will be. Then how about you get out of there? I think it's the perfect time for you to move into that little doghouse now that it's opened back up. Are you kidding me right now? Well, I'm just telling you what's going to be happening starting tomorrow. If you want to get out of that house, then be my guest and get lost. My family and I will be coming to live in that house, and there's nothing you can do to stop that. So any kind of complaining you try and do about it will be ignored. Well, I'm going to talk with your mom and with Nate about this. But I'm going to tell you right now that it might be harder than you think moving into this house with your 3 kids. I really have no idea why you're wanting to move back into this house again without any prior warnings to us, but Nate, have you heard about how Maggie thinks she can come back to live in your parents' house again? No matter what she's trying to do or what she thinks, that'll be impossible right now with how small this place is.
Huh? Why would it be impossible?
You're asking me? What the heck, Nate? There's everything to do with this place being too small as it is, as well as those things to do with the payments on the house.
But that place is also my older sister's place that she can call home. So you can't say no or anything like that to her. Both you and I do not have the right to do that to even her.
No, I think we have the right to, actually.
And another thing. It's not just my older sister coming back, but her husband and family as well. So paying for the place will become a lot easier, right? Having them back to help us out. Her husband works at a pretty decent job, I've heard.
But do you not find all of this a little bit strange right now? If he was working a decent job and living a pretty normal life with his family, then why would they all be choosing to move back to Maggie's parents' house?
I have no clue about that.
But Nate, to me, having the amount of people in the house grow even larger is not going to work.
Even if you say it won't work, that's not going to change things in her mind. You are my wife, and this is my parents' house. So, you're gonna have to do your best to deal with all of this.
But I'm already doing my best to deal with things here as they are. If anything, you should be trying a little harder to fix things. Anyway, go and tell her that it's not going to be possible to live here with all of us, okay? We've already moved back into the house. But you didn't even bother giving any of us a hand, you useless dog. Huh? Are you really telling me that you've moved back into your parents' house already? I had told Nate to tell you not to move into the house yesterday, but it seems he didn't bother telling you anything after all. And I told you that trying to have a say in any of this would be useless, didn't I? We already moved into my parents' house, and there's nothing you can do to stop any of us now. But bringing all 3 of your kids along with you to move into the same house that I'm living in right now, that's not going to go well for any of us. Did you even stop to think about how things would work out after you moved into the house? You're being pretty dang annoying for someone that doesn't have to pay a dime or do anything to live in the house. Someone that's not going to help anyone in the house out with anything should go live in the doghouse. So you plan to keep treating me like someone less than your own family unless I leave the house then, huh? Do you really think you can get away with saying I have no right to say my opinion regarding the house? Well, that seems to be the case right now. You are nothing more than the wife of my little brother, so you live in the house with the least rights out of all of us. Well, anyway, I've already moved into the house now with my family, so you can give up now. My family wants to live in this house now, so you and my little brother better not do anything to disturb us. And I'll make sure of that by having you moved out into the doghouse to live. I'd rather just go back home to my parents' house. Is that so? Well, that's even better for us, actually. I really can no longer manage sitting here watching you continue with that crap that ends up affecting all of us in the end. And you just expected that I'd be the one having to move into that small doghouse? You have no right saying that to me when you don't even understand what's been going on at your parents' house for the longest time now. At this point, you are being such a brainless fool that I have nothing left to say to you. So if you really want to come back into this house without listening to a word I've said, go right ahead. But I'm going to move back to my parents' house instead of staying with all of you. I'm not sure what'll happen because of this, but you're going to be the one responsible for it. What a great little speech. Now get the hell out of here. You have nothing to do with my family. Well then, I'll be on my way. I'll be back to get a lot of my bigger things later, but for right now, I want to be far away from all of you. I really don't even have the drive to come back to that house right now, so I'm going back to my parents when I'm finished with all my tasks. Now, goodbye. Hey, Abigail, what the hell have you done? What do you mean, what the hell have I done? All I remember doing was leaving your parents' house just as you asked me to. What kind of complaint could you possibly have for me now? This is not some kind of complaint. Right now, I'm in trouble over here. I want to know why the hell my parents and Nate are starting to panic so much after hearing about you leaving our house. Oh, now they want to freak out? It's been a few days now since I got up and left everyone with no calls from them, so I assumed they were all okay. They told me that you had gone back to your parents for a little bit to visit them. But while you've been out of the house back at your folks' place, the bill for this house came in the mail and my parents started to panic because they need you back here right now. Where the hell are you and what are you doing? As I said, I've gone back to my parents' house for good. And I'm sure me doing such a thing would get your family panicked. After all, I was the one paying the bills on that house each month. Huh? You were? Did you think that me being Nate's wife meant that I wouldn't be forced to have to pay the bills around there? Well, I guess you wouldn't have expected that, considering you never knew a thing about the current situation in that house. Why have you been the one paying the bills on this house, though? What about my dad? What about Nate? Years ago, your dad got too aggressive with his gambling addiction and lost all of his money on some terrible bets. And as for Nate, he was laid off from his job last year, and ever since then, he's been saying he's been trying for a new job. The whole reason for us going and living with your parents is because of their terrible financial situation. And since I was able to support both Nate and I with my income alone, everyone assumed that I'd be able to handle 2 more people and their house. And ever since the day we had to start living with your parents again, I've been the only one working and bringing in any sort of money. Every single penny I've worked so hard for has gone into paying for everyone in the house and the bills. Did you not know anything about that?
What the hell, Abigail? I never heard a thing about that going on here.
Well, whether you heard about it or not, I don't care. Anyway, this all happened at the perfect time for me.
What do you mean this happened at the perfect time for you?
Well, living in that house with everyone was really beginning to drive me up the wall. And for the longest time, I've been wanting to divorce your brother. I'm amazed that all of this had to happen right now, though. But hey, that's all perfect for me.
Huh? You're telling me that you've been wanting to divorce Nate for a long time?
Well, yeah. And why wouldn't I have been wanting that? I've been working my butt off just to give all my earnings away to both my husband and his parents. And Nate has abused the current situation to the point he doesn't even care to work anymore, instead of just going out to play all day. All I've been for your family is their gosh dang ATM.
I highly doubt that's the case.
Well, anyway, because of what's all happened, I'm going to be living with my parents now and divorcing Nate. Thank freaking God, though. Getting the chance to leave so soon. Maggie, thank you for giving me this chance.
Giving you the chance? No, that's not what I wanted to give you. So wait, you're going to leave my brother now, too?
I've already gotten in touch with a lawyer about it, and the word that I'll be leaving him should be arriving very soon. Maggie, I don't have the will to be a part of your family any longer. Living with everyone has been the worst part of my life thus far, so I'm glad I have this chance to leave.
Does Nate know about all of this, though? For the past few days, he and my parents have all been freaking out because you haven't come home.
I'm sure. The only way they were all able to live was with the help of my money.
You're telling me that my own brother had to rely on you?
I am. I bet if you asked him about that right now, he'd say the same thing. How does that sound? How about you go and talk with him about all of this? But maybe if he were to learn that it's all because of you that I've finally been given the chance to divorce him, well, Nate might just end up going off on you instead of me because of that.
Wait a minute, Abigail. I never knew a thing about any of this. I didn't mean to have you go and divorce Nate because of this. I just wanted you to know who the boss in this family was by picking on you a little.
Well, that was a great way to get me to realize I needed to get out of that house, so thank you, Maggie.
Please don't say you'll move back in with your parents for good.
Huh? Why are you saying all of that to me now? You were the one saying that I was a freeloading stranger this whole time at your parents' house. And then you continued to tell me to move into the doghouse out back once your family got settled in. If I had to make the choice between living in that tiny and run-down hut or going back to my parents' house, of course I'd choose my parents' house.
I think that we had a bit of a misunderstanding back then, though. When I was telling you all of that, I didn't know how you were the one paying for this house and my family. I'm so sorry for not learning about all of that beforehand. Look, I've just apologized to you. Now, you can forgive me, right?
Maggie, this is not about me forgiving you or not. So the apologies that you're giving to me right now mean nothing to me.
There's no freaking way, though. I'm your husband's older sister. You are meant to listen to me and take every word I say as law.
I'm leaving him soon, though. So your word being law and all that doesn't mean crap to me. How about you start to take responsibility for what you've started? I mean, I already listened to most of what you said a few days ago, so that should be enough for you. You told me to leave the house, and so I did. And because of that, I'm able to divorce your brother now.
Are you trying to say that this is all my fault, then?
Not trying. It is all your fault. It's because of what you'd done that I'm finally able to wake up to days filled with feelings besides that of stress. Have you learned now that you can't take back what you say?
Wait, at least forgive me this one time, Abigail. You know that I never did any of this out of hate towards you, right? Since you know that already, then we can make up now.
What are you talking about? Are you telling me that if you never had any intentions of being rude to me, then it's okay to say whatever you'd like? If that's your way of thinking about all of this, maybe it's time you go back to elementary school with your 3 kids and start the hell over. You need to learn about thinking before you speak.
I am apologizing to you for all that, though, so stop talking about me like I'm some child. Come on now. You come back here and make up with Nate for me. Make up with Nate? There's no merit to that for me, so no way. Huh? Abigail? I'm tired of being looked down on by all you jerks. For a while now, I've done my best to fake a smile and act as though none of it bothered me, but now there's no reason for me to do that anymore. I am over this whole show of being a part of your brain-dead family and all their BS. Abigail, were you always the kind of woman to talk like that? I'm leaving your brother for good now, so who cares if I'm the nice girl anymore or not? And at this point, I'm tired of dealing with your crap as well, Maggie. You actually think you can sweep all your crap under the rug now and have me come back to live with you? No freaking way, you dog. But if you don't come back, I'll be next. Having to live in that small house was already tough, but then you came along with your 3 kids thinking it could work out. Stop playing around, Maggie. Your husband has a good job, so why the hell do you have to come back to live with your parents and brother when he can pay for you all to have a nice life somewhere else? That's not going to happen. Why not? My husband has taken on a lot of debt, and at the moment, it's all been going downhill for us. So our reasoning for coming back to my parents' place was to get help from them. Oh? So you just wanted to come back as little parasites to feed off your family then? This is not the time to be throwing words like that around. Well, no matter what you have to say about things now, I've had enough. Why? Do you not feel bad about any of this? Nope. I'm just a stranger. And I'm about to divorce your brother, so of course I don't feel a dang thing. Heck, you just told me you were bringing those kids of yours into your parents' house to be cared for by us, right? I mean, cared for by me, right? That's so far beyond impossible for me that I would collapse from disbelief had I stuck around to hear that face to face. Now go run along and get back to joining your family as you all go to hell. Ah, and I'm sure that you'll have to start paying off some loans soon as well for them, so good luck. In the end, the payments on the house and for the family had stopped, and everyone there was in a huge pinch. And as for Maggie and her family, who had been surrounded by debt, they weren't able to achieve their goal of leeching off her parents and started to slip down the slippery slope they'd been teetering on the edge of. Abigail was able to get a divorce from Nate, and that was followed by her being able to finally cut ties with that whole freeloading family. But since Abigail was no longer around, Maggie began to join her family in panic, followed by her finding a job herself, and then starting a new life of having to work hard all day and come home to caring for her 3 kids and the rest of the family all night. The cycle will continue like that for the rest of time, and I'm sure neither Maggie nor the rest of her disgraceful family will find a way out of it. At least in Abigail's world, she'll soon be able to forget about that whole family and move on to a fresh life where she can start saving up her well-earned money instead of handing it out to freeloaders. I'm sure Abigail will always be thankful for what Maggie did to help set her free.
Hi, Alicia. How's everything? Who's this? It's Cody's mom. Oh, hi. Everything is good. How are you? How did you know my ID? I'm good also. Cody told me. Did something happen? What do you mean, did something happen? You really don't talk to me, so I'm surprised that I got a text from you. That's not true. We talked the last time we met. Yeah, that was like a year and a half ago. Well, I was thinking that talking to you again might be nice because I'm going to live with you and Cody from tomorrow. So excited. What? What are you talking about? Living with us? Yeah. You didn't hear anything from him? No. When was this decided? Like 4 or 5 months ago. He didn't tell me anything about this. I think he did, but you probably weren't listening. Well, now you know. Wait, this is going to be a problem because it's my house. No, it's not. It's his. Since when is this his house? He told me that he bought this house. He said that? Yeah. So you don't have the right to decide what to do. Can you listen to my side of the story too? No. I don't want to waste my time because I need to finish packing. And I only believe what my son says. It's not a good thing to assume things without listening to the other person, you know. Are you talking back to me? You are so disrespectful. No wonder Cody calls me to complain about you recently. He does? What does he say about me? Yes. He said you don't listen to him. Is terrible at cooking and doesn't do household chores. And many more. Looks like you're not a good wife at all. I wonder why he married you. I will be tough on you from tomorrow, so be prepared. This is too sudden, so can I talk to Cody once? Of course. Go ahead. A few minutes later. Cody, your mom texted me and said that she's going to live with us from tomorrow. Seriously?
Oh, is it tomorrow already? Time flies so fast. Yes!
Why didn't you tell me about this?
I did tell you, like 4 months ago. You weren't listening.
I have a good memory, and I swear to God, you never talked to me about this.
Well, now you know. Do you have a problem with it?
Isn't it normal to ask me first for permission? Before that, did you even think about if she has enough space living here? And if we can support her financially?
There is enough space. We can move the furniture around and throw away the things we don't need. She'll have your room because your room is the biggest. And why don't you live in the basement? And yes, we can support her with your salary.
Why am I the only one that needs to change rooms when she's the one living in this house? Also, why my salary? She's your mom. So take responsibility supporting her because I didn't agree for her to live here in the first place.
If you want to argue, why don't we divorce?
What?
I already decided to let her live here. So if you have any problems, let's divorce. And why don't you leave the house?
Wait, hold up. So the reason why you want to divorce and kick me out is because I don't want your mom to live with us?
Exactly.
Wow. This is ridiculous.
Don't you understand that you need her? You don't do that much household chores, and the food you cook is gross. My mom can do everything.
When we got married, I told you that I'm busy with work and can't do everything by myself, so you promised to help me with the household chores. Also, be thankful that I cook for you and don't feed you frozen food.
I do help with your household chores, but you're slacking off recently. Same as your cooking. My mom will teach you how to do those from tomorrow, so be thankful.
Look, I'm in charge of a big project right now, and I work overtime, unlike you who only works part-time.
That sounds like an excuse to me. Hey, even though I work part-time, I'm busy too.
I work 8 to 10 hours a week. Possibly more. You only work 6 hours, 3 times per week. Right?
Yeah, but it's physical work. You're talking as if I'm not working hard enough. What a
You were also mean, telling me that I'm always slacking off and making excuses.
I thought I married a good person, but I guess not. You're just plain annoying, and I can't stand people who can't listen to me or my mom. So why don't we divorce?
Guess what? I actually was thinking that, and I have no problem divorcing you. I don't know. I didn't know we had the same opinion. I'll go fill out the divorce papers then. Wow. Can't believe that divorcing you was this easy. I should have said it earlier. Can you come home early today, though? I want to talk to you about your mom coming here.
What's there to talk about? My mom is living there from tomorrow. Period. Point blank.
We're getting divorced, so there is no meaning for her to come here. Can you tell her that? Because she won't listen to me.
Why? She already packed her bags to move in, so isn't it rude to tell her that she can't come? She's also my mom. Are you serious?
Hey, can we talk about this face-to-face later on? I have a lot of work to do for the project, and I don't want to waste time.
Fine. I really don't want to see your face, but it's going to be about my mom, so I'll go home in a little bit.
3 weeks later.
Yo, Louise! When are you planning on staying here till? We're divorced 3 weeks ago. Why are you still here? Get the f*** out!
I can be here if I want to. Also, I gave up my room for her. Appreciate that.
It's common sense to do that, so I won't appreciate it.
You are so self-centered. I want to know how your mom raised you. I am more amazed than angry.
How am I self-centered?
Let's see. You let your mom live in this house without listening to me. You wanted me to do stuff, and even if I did it for you, you never appreciated me. And you always make excuses when you don't want to do something for me.
That's because I was the boss of the house, and it was your duty to take care of me. Also, this is my house.
Oh my God, how many times do I need to tell you that it's my house?
Look, I'm not going to waste my time arguing with you because you're leaving. Speaking of leaving, my mom is coming home in like an hour or two, so I will appreciate it if you can leave, like right now. She also doesn't want you in the house.
Really? After all that I've done for her.
You didn't even do anything.
I cooked, did laundry, and washed the mess she left in the kitchen, even though I'm busy with work. You call that not doing anything? You and your mom are awful.
Yeah, whatever. Please, come home early so you can leave.
You're saying to leave the house from a while ago. But you're the one that's going to leave.
Excuse me?
Do you not remember who bought this house?
We both did.
Nope. I did. 3 years ago when I was still single. So I'm the owner of this house. You didn't even pay a penny. You didn't know?
No, wait. I was paying for the maintenance and the utility fee, right?
I was paying for it because there is no way we can pay with only your salary. You only earn $1 grand per month.
What? I thought we were paying with my salary.
We talked about this last time. Weren't you listening to me? I bet you were too focused on how you're going to let your mom live here.
Wait, we were dating when you bought the house, so it's also my house, right?
What are you talking about? Of course not. I let you stay at my house because you told me you have nowhere to go. Stop being so egocentric. Let me ask you a question then. Were you paying for anything? Nope. You didn't even try to pay me. Who do you think made it possible for you to live without any problems? Now do you understand that this is my house? Now can you kick me out?
Hey, can we make a deal? I'll pay you from now on, and all of the money that I owe you, little by little, so can you let us stay?
Of course not. Money doesn't matter right now. It's the fact that you acted like the house was yours, and you tried to kick me out. Plus, it's too late because we're divorced now.
So are you really going to kick me and my mom out?
Yeah. Because we are strangers now. You guys are a waste of space.
Don't say that!
Well, it seems like the plan of kicking me out didn't work. Can't believe that you were about to steal my house from me. Anyways, now that you know, can you leave?
What? Seriously?
Yeah. I can imagine what your face looks like now. And I bet you are regretting everything. It's too late now. And you really pissed me off. Please leave the house within 5 minutes. Otherwise, I will call the cops.
Wait, 5 minutes? That's too short! I misunderstood everything, and I'll apologize. Actually, my mom is here and is already unpacking, so wouldn't it be easier for you to leave instead of us?
Do you want this house that much? If you do, please pay for it.
Why?
Because I'm selling the house to a stranger? What other reasons are there? If you don't want to pay for it, then give up and go live somewhere else.
Do I really need to do that?
Yes, you do. You better choose right now.
I can't pay for the house.
Then leave.
We don't have anywhere to go. My mom sold her house.
You're joking, right? Didn't she think about things before sending it?
Probably not. I think she was too excited to live here.
Well, that sucks.
Don't you feel bad for us?
Not at all. Well, now that you know everything, please leave. I'm asking you nicely. I can help you pack your bags.
It's too sudden. Can you wait a few more months? I want to think about this.
So you think you can have time to think about it, but I didn't? I only had one night.
This is something important because my mom is involved.
So that means you didn't care what will happen to me?
No, I care about you. I wasn't thinking about your feelings or your situation. I was selfish, and I regret it.
Oh, now you're sorry. Sorry, but nothing will change, even if you apologize. Anyways, what are you going to do? I can't wait a few months, but can wait a few seconds.
Can we discuss this? We were husband and wife for a long time, so we should understand each other.
We couldn't. So that's why we got divorced.
Please, I'm begging you. Can I at least talk to my mom about this?
Yeah, but I don't think anything will change. Don't you think about planning something to win the house back, okay? You not replying means that this is true, huh? I knew it.
Damn, why is this happening?
You should have listened to me in the first place.
Up! What will happen to us then? Are you really going to leave us?
Yeah. Is there a reason not to? Take time to think about why you're getting kicked out, while I call the cops on you. For trespassing.
What? Trespassing?
Yep. Because I don't know you.
Wait, we're going to be homeless. I can't believe that you'll just leave us. You'll regret kicking us out someday.
It doesn't matter to me if you guys become homeless. The thing I regret the most is getting married to you. I should have gotten a divorce a while ago, but couldn't find the right timing, so thank you for giving me the opportunity. Anyways, I think the police should arrive any minute now.
What? Seriously?
Yeah. So if your mom comes home, I advise you two to pack your stuff.
Where are we supposed to go?
I don't know. You're a grown adult, so why don't you think about that?
Please help us!
No thanks. Please get out of my face. You must be happy, because you get to live with your mom for the rest of your life, right? After the incident, the police arrived at the house and Cody and his mom were questioned by the cops, but since they didn't want to get arrested, they packed their stuff and quietly left the house. They now live in a crummy apartment in the middle of nowhere, and his mom is so pissed at him that she completely ignores him. So it seems like their relationship is terrible now. If he would have told me about this in the first place, his life would have been different.
Thank you so much for today. But I'm sure you have no idea why I'm thanking you, LOL. I think I'll just let you know right now, though.
Julia, what is going on with you? First of all, thank you for coming so far to talk to me. I want you and Billy to both enjoy your lives together from now into the future.
Yeah, sure, you don't have to worry about us, LOL. By the way, Anne, I don't think I have to be asking this, but you're not planning on living together with the two of us, right?
Huh? Well, I haven't really thought about any of that yet. Why are you bringing that up with me now?
Oh, thank God! LOL. I would never be able to handle living with you in this house. I don't have the time to even tell you how much I'd hate it if you became a parasite that got attached to us.
Julia, what are you continuing to go on about? I really don't understand what you're trying to get at by saying all these things to me.
You really are a poor thing, Anne.
Huh?
I'm sure that it would have helped if you had a better understanding of me and my feelings right now, but I'm trying my best to deal with you right now, LOL. What I've been trying to ask for is that you stay away from the two of us, LOL.
Can you please calm down for just a moment, Julia? I'm still not perfectly sure what you were trying to say to me, but you're making it pretty clear that you're acting rude towards me. Why are you doing this? What do you want from me? If you want something from me, then please tell me outright. And even though you seem to think it, I don't feel as though I'm a poor thing.
Well, you should think of yourself that way. You live by yourself in a rundown house and have little money to your name, LOL. That's pretty sad to think about, right? So this whole time has been me just trying to help you realize the situation you're in.
Well, thank you for explaining something to me that wasn't necessary. I can't deny that the house I'm in right now is pretty run down. But calling me moneyless isn't quite as true. I'm still in my 50s as well, although I'll soon be going into my 60s. But just because I'm at this age, you really think you can get away with calling me all those things?
Oh, don't you think you're just being a little nice to yourself right now about all of that? LOL. To me, you are definitely an old woman with nothing in her savings. To everyone, being over the age of 50 makes you an old woman. LOL.
But when you think of how long people are living for these days, can you really call someone in their 50s that old? I'm only halfway there, really. Well, none of that really matters right now anyway. What does matter is why you came to me to say all of those things. What are you planning? You're talking about the wedding between you and Billy? Of course I'd be coming to the wedding for my boy. Why wouldn't I?
But I want to create some distance between ourselves and you. And Billy is asking for the same thing, so don't you feel that that's the right thing to do?
Billy has said that as well. There's no way my son would ever say anything like that about me. Especially when up until this point, him and I have done so well together making sure we're both doing okay.
But I think that he's at his limits of taking care of a grandma like you. And instead of thinking about a poor old woman, he needs to start thinking about his future with me as his wife. LOL.
I don't think that's what he thinks, though. And you should be aware that I have no plans of ever getting in the way of your two's future with one another. I don't know why you keep thinking that I'd be such a bother to you both.
Well, I've explained what I want from you, so give up on trying to come to my wedding, okay? If you really want the two of us to live happily with one another, you need to listen to what I ask.
Can you please give me some time to think about this? I have something to ask about your wedding that's coming up.
Thanks for today, Mom. I know that we weren't able to stick around for very long, but it was great coming and seeing you before the wedding. And I'm glad that you were able to talk with Julia for once.
Has Julia said anything to you about me?
Like what?
About me in general? Or the house? This house is a bit old after all, right? I just think to most young people, they wouldn't be able to understand a place like this.
She hasn't really said anything to me, though. She just said that she was happy to have met you. She even called you Mom when talking with me. And she thinks that the two of you will get along very well.
Is that so? Does she really think that of us?
Well, she did say that to me, at least. Why are you doubting that? You're acting a bit strange right now, Mom. Did something happen with you?
Well, nothing in particular, I think. I just want to make sure you're okay with me still coming to your wedding, right? Julia hasn't said anything to you about me not coming, right?
Huh? What are you talking about? What would happen to me if you didn't come? Dad has already gone now, so not having you at the wedding would make me feel way too lonely. So please come, Mom.
That's what I thought. Alrighty. I must have just misunderstood some things is all. There are times it's hard to understand the other party when texting, right?
But I want to know what happened.
Nothing happened. Something between myself and I. Well, I'm really looking forward to that wedding of yours.
I just happened to see you out of the corner of my eye. Why are you here right now, Anne?
Oh, what do you mean?
I'll ask the security to have you tossed out of here. But if you don't want to make a huge deal out of all this, I ask that you leave right now.
You're saying that you want to have me tossed out. But today is my son's wedding. I just assumed that the conversation we had last time was a misunderstanding and that was all. But I guess I really didn't misunderstand you.
Misunderstanding? What are you talking about, Anne? You are not part of my family, so hurry up and just go home. If you don't leave this place in the next 5 minutes, I'll have security on your butt and you'll be carried out of here.
So you're going to continue to demand that of me then? And what do you mean I'm not family? I am Billy's mother.
I am aware of that. But we're going to cut ties with you, and then you'll no longer be a part of the family.
Why are you saying things like that to me? Why would you want to cut ties with me? There's no way that Billy is okay with you saying things like that.
It doesn't matter to me what Billy has to say, LOL. We're married now, so he can't do anything about me. And since I'm his wife, my word is the law.
But you cannot just decide for my son to have you both cut ties with me right after you only just got married.
No matter how you feel about it, you're not going to stop me. I've already made up my mind on this. The moment I came over to your house to see you and saw how old that place was, I already knew that you couldn't continue to be related to me. I don't care that you are my mother-in-law. I want you out of this wedding right now.
Then I guess I'll go home. But you won't be getting any of the inheritance.
Do you even have anything to give us, LOL?
I'm going to do as you've asked and head home. But you're really okay with cutting ties to me, right? If that's the case, then I'll do the same and stay as far away from you as I can. So let's cut ties.
There's no way I can see myself taking care of some old and moneyless woman in the future, LOL. And since Billy is your boy, you'd probably try to rely on him for money. So I want to make sure we end things before all of that happens. Just seeing that house you live in was the final decider for me. I could tell that you'd want to come live with us after the wedding, and that's just not happening on my watch. LOL.
I'm very certain that you're going to regret all these misconceptions you've had of me all this time. You poor, poor thing. Now, I'll be leaving.
Get lost, you loser! LOL, we have a wedding to carry out now.
Please enjoy your wedding. And enjoy the fact that I won't be there.
Anne, where are you right now? Hurry up and come back to the wedding, please.
Hurry up. Why would I do that? I have no intentions of going back there.
I heard about everything from Billy. I think that I had a small misunderstanding of you.
A small one, huh? Really? LOL. To me, it seems my son told you about the reality of things and now you're freaking out.
This is what Billy told me, but he said that you have $3 million in your savings. Is he being serious?
Even Billy was panicked when I told him how much I've had saved in my bank account for the future.
So that must mean he really was telling the truth. He told me that your house is also on the market for a huge price. Is that really something that can happen with a house like that?
Well, the way you've been thinking about everything is only something you seem to be confused by. But in the case of that old rundown house you kept complaining about, it has a lot of land that goes all the way into the mountains. We also have some land that's been lent out to farmers in the area, and they all work hard and give us a share of the profits.
Wait, what? So you're saying that all those farms and the land all around your house belongs to you?
Well, simply put, yes. And at this point in time, I've been talking with the city to turn some of my land in the mountains into a campground. And as a gift for the two of you due to the wedding, I was planning on giving you guys a bit of my land.
Wait, are you serious? To the both of us?
But it seems I was a bit too late in telling you about that. You made it very clear to me already that no matter what I do now, you want to cut ties with me. So the inheritance and the land that I plan to give to the both of you will now be going to Billy's younger brother and to his wife.
What? You're lying, right?
Well, there's nothing I can do now. You said you were cutting ties with me, and so I promised to do the same. After all, you looking down on me so much just based on the observations you made because of my house shows just how serious you are about wanting me gone.
But what was I supposed to think of you? I never thought anything would come from someone living in that shack, and now it's hard for me to believe that you actually have that kind of money.
Well, that's too bad for you. Maybe next time you shouldn't judge a book by its cover. But everything you've been told is all facts. But I do still have one last thing that I want to tell you about.
One more thing. What is that?
Me planning on remodeling this house and having everything updated to give away to you both as a condo has all been ended. I realize now that it's not worth putting that much effort into this house for someone as ungrateful as you.
Huh? A condo?
Even though I never once said that I wanted to live with the two of you, you continued to think that's the only thing I'd want from you two. And so you've lost the privilege of getting this house. But at least now you'll be able to cut ties with me, right? I'm totally fine with giving you that as a wedding gift over a house and some land. But there is one thing still bugging me, and that's that I don't want to cut ties with my baby boy. So since you have gone out of your way to make it well known that you don't like me, I can no longer agree with you marrying my boy.
Oh, what should I do, Anne? Billy is telling me that he no longer wants to get married to me. Did you demand him leave me behind like this?
Did I demand him? Why would I ever demand him to do anything? He's old enough now where he makes all his choices on his own. I think he has every right to make his own choices, and so I haven't done anything to make him leave you. But you did say that you want to cut ties with me, as well as kicked me out of you guys' wedding. So perhaps he had something wrong with all of that that helped him make a decision.
Well, why? I can't believe that he'd want to give up on marrying me. Why is this happening?
Why don't you go and talk with him about it then? And even if you wanted my advice, I wouldn't give it to you since you're not my family anymore. You're the one that told me you wanted me out of the family, right? Now, I'll be going.
Wait a sec. Anne?
I'm not going to just wait around all day for you to take some sort of responsibility for your mistakes, LOL. Billy has just told me this. He said that he realizes that he doesn't want to marry someone that decides on people being significant or not just based on their money. If that's what he's told me, then I think you're at the end of your luck, Julia. This is the result of all that judgment you used on me to try and make you feel as though I had nothing to offer.
But I never thought something like this was going to happen because of you. I just wanted to protect the future him and I were going to have together from you.
What? Are you kidding, LOL? Are you sure it wasn't just you trying to take advantage of Billy by getting me out of the picture? You thought that if I were still around, I'd rely on him more for his money and so that I could live with you both, and that you wanted his money all for yourself. That's why you had me kicked out of the wedding and wanted me to never see you both again. You weren't thinking of protecting your guys' future. You were just thinking about yourself and how best to take advantage of my son. Well, it's not like telling you all of this now is going to make a difference, though. LOL. You've already created a mess for everyone. And telling you what you did wrong and what your true intentions were won't help any of us. Anyway, it seems that your wedding has been canceled. And I don't think you and I will ever see one another again. So have a great life. In the end, Billy caught on to all the terrible things Julia was doing and the things she had planned to do with him and I. So he told her they were no longer getting married. Julia tried to salvage everything she'd destroyed between her and Billy by finding me and apologizing to me over and over again, but I wasn't having any of it, and she soon stopped and left. When she realized that there really wasn't anything more she could do to save herself, she ran back to her parents' house, only to find that they weren't home yet and the house was all locked up. She tried calling them a bunch of times, only to learn that after seeing the embarrassment of their daughter at the wedding, they wanted to erase those memories as quick as they could. And so they both took a trip out of state and planned to be gone for a long time. Her dad then left her with one last message, and that was that she was no longer allowed to live with them and would be better off finding somewhere else to go. Julia had lost the chance to gain some money and a nice house with some land, and Billy was able to take the chance to get rid of an over-judgmental woman like her. To both myself and Billy, we're both okay with the wedding and marriage not working out, as it meant keeping Julia out of the family. And the money. Billy is now living back at my house with me and has begun to work on renovating the place, as well as started talking with a construction company to work on building a separate place for himself to live in on my property. But little does he know, after all he had to go through with Julia, I think I'll give him the renovated house, and he can let me stay in the smaller place he plans to have built.
Hey, Calvin! Can't wait for you to finally meet my parents tomorrow. Oh, I'm so happy that we're getting married.
Me too, Teresa. I just hope that your father won't hate me because I remember you telling me that he's pretty strict. I hope he doesn't say no.
Yeah, he is, but you should be okay because you're a lawyer.
What do you mean by that? So he won't like me if I wasn't a lawyer?
Oh, no, that's not what I meant. Sorry if it sounded like that. My parents are both lawyers and my brother is an apprentice lawyer, so he values education and professionalism a lot.
Oh, you never told me about this.
Really? Well, now you know. We'll show him how much we love each other, so don't worry about that. Can I ask you one favor, though? Can you lie about the schools you graduated from? Can you say that you graduated from Harvard or something?
Why do I need to lie about that?
Well, like I said, my dad is strict when it comes to education, so don't say that you completed your education through alternative and night programs, okay? It's kinda embarrassing.
Why is it embarrassing?
I don't know how to say this, but isn't a night program lower level than regular school?
There's no difference. It's just a regular school, but at night, so I never thought it was something embarrassing. It improved my skills and knowledge, and I'm proud of my accomplishments.
Okay, that's great, but just don't say that, okay?
Why? I don't want to lie about anything, so I'll be honest with it.
Seriously? Are you gonna embarrass me? I was able to finally find someone to marry who's a lawyer, so please don't ruin it. If my dad ends up not liking you, then I need to start over and find someone else. But I don't want to do that because I want to get married. So can you lie about the school thing? It's only once.
I don't want to lie because that's just not me. I want to be honest about everything. I have a question though. Do you really want to get married to me? Genuinely?
What do you mean? Of course I do. You're the love of my life, and I can't imagine being with anyone else.
Sorry for asking. It just sounds like you want to get married to the lawyer me, and not me as a person. I mean, if you want to get married to a lawyer, then it doesn't have to be me.
It has to be you. You're the one I want to spend the rest of my life with.
Are you sure?
Yes, 100%.
Okay then.
Anyway, be careful for tomorrow, okay?
I don't know what you mean, but I'm just going to be myself, okay? One thing I will not do is lie.
Please cooperate with me tomorrow, okay?
We'll see. See you tomorrow. How dare you come to my house, you loser! Is this Teresa's father? How did you know my ID? Teresa told me because I wasn't done with you. Why the hell did you leave? Do you not understand what you've done to me? So what? I just wanted a loser who graduated from a low-level school to know his place. Now that you understand, do not come close to my daughter, okay? You hear me? So, just because of that reason, you decide to look down on me, hit me with an ashtray, and kick me out? Can you still call yourself a lawyer? Of course! I became a lawyer to destroy people like you. The reason why you want to marry her is because of her money, right? You seem to be a self-proclaimed lawyer, but it's probably a scam anyways. Thank God Teresa dodged a bullet. You could have married her if you didn't talk about your education. I didn't need to hide it, because it's true, and I'm proud of it. I managed to graduate from school while working and studying at the same time because my family was poor growing up. Proud of going to a low-level school? You are something. You're just a scammer and trying to deceive our daughter, right? What are you talking about? I know everything. Every scammer that I met in my life are like that because they want money. Your plan was to say that you're a lawyer and marry Teresa and take all of her money, right? Don't you think a scammer like that deserves that punishment? I don't know what the hell you're talking about, but that is not true. Are you sure that you're a lawyer? You're offensive. Lawyers are supposed to be professional and respectful. Yes. How many times do I need to tell you? Are you insulting me? No. It's just that if you belong to the legal field, you should know that violence is not the answer. You should resolve something in a peaceful and respectful manner, you know? What is the benefit for you to beat me up? Before you answer the question, I just want to say that I'm not a scammer, okay? I just gave you a tough lesson. Yeah, let's see about that. Why would I be respectful towards you? I'll say it again, but you went to a low-level school and probably are after Teresa's money. You deserve that. What you have done constitutes a crime of violence. Do you understand that you hurt me? Yeah, and? Why are you talking like a lawyer all of a sudden? Don't act like a lawyer, kid! Excuse me? Let me guess what you're going to do. Are you going to file a police report? Yes. I knew it! If you are, there's no way you can win against me. Is that a threat? Nope. It's just a nice way of telling you to not waste your time. Do you think that I'll let a loser like you marry my daughter? Nobody marries my daughter unless they're a lawyer. Looks like you look down on people who are not lawyers. I mean, there are other professions that are equally great as being a lawyer, you know. Aren't you embarrassed to do that? Okay, you know what? I'm wasting my time arguing with you. I'll tell Teresa that the engagement is off and to dump you. I completely agree with that, so I have no objection. I already told her that I would like to call off the engagement, actually. Great! We're now strangers. Go back to your shitty life. I won't reach out to her, so please, don't worry about that. You don't feel bad about what you did to me? Of course not! You lied to marry my daughter, so I hit you. Is there something wrong? I was just protecting her. Also, give up filing a police report on me, because you can't beat me. I'm a lawyer too, by the way. Stop lying, you asshole! I wonder how you will feel if I told you that I'm actually an elite lawyer. Oh my god, just stop embarrassing yourself. I know that it's a lie, so you should shut your mouth. If you really are a lawyer, you should have heard about me. My name is Calvin Meza. What? I'm famous in this field. So if you're really a lawyer, you should know me. Are you seriously still going to lie to me? No, I'm known as the super lawyer. If you still don't know me, why not ask someone who works in the area if they know me? I'm also in newspapers and magazines. If you still don't believe me, Google my name. It's true. Calvin Meza, the 35-year-old super lawyer who never lost a case. What? How? Well, I did go to an alternative and night program, but after graduating, I was licensed to practice law immediately because I passed the bar exam on my first try. It's not good to look down on people from what school they graduated from. What? Is this all real? Yep. It says on the website too, right? I will never lie about this. I will say it again, but what you have done is a crime. If you're a lawyer yourself, why not deal with it by yourself? I'm going to sue you, so good luck with that. What are you talking about? I didn't do anything! You're still saying that you didn't do anything? Okay, let's fight this in court. What? In court? What are you talking about? Are you trying to sue me? Of course. You hit me with an ashtray, and I got hurt because of that. Did you think that I was going to forgive you? I'll make sure to take revenge, of course, with the law, not violence. Wait, can you please hold on? Hold on? To what? Can we talk about this once? No, I don't want to go back. I bet that you're plotting something with Teresa to take me back, which I won't. I found out some interesting facts about you, by the way. I contacted people, and it was really easy to get information about you. I was always wondering where you worked, because you act like you're better than everyone. She's in her room now, so I'm not plotting anything. So can you please come back? What facts? Absolutely not. So you call yourself a family of lawyers, but the real lawyer in your family is only your brother, right? Also, you failed the bar exam 4 times and gave up and couldn't become a lawyer, so you just worked in the legal field and pretended to be one. Who told you that? Why would I tell you? You probably will do the same thing to that person. Give me a hint. What's the person's initial? I can't share personal information whatsoever. I actually knew that you weren't a lawyer from the beginning, because everyone should have at least seen me once somewhere. You never talk to people around here? I don't want to waste my time talking to them! Wow. You still think you're better than everyone else? You were lying about yourself and to your whole family. Aren't you embarrassed? Shut up! So, now that you know everything, do you have anything to say? I didn't expect for this to happen. I didn't know you were a lawyer. Does that mean that you would act the same way if the person wasn't a lawyer? You not being able to answer it immediately means that you will. Hey, can we act like this never happened? Can we talk about this once? Can we act like this never happened? Are you for real? Yes, I will approve the marriage with Teresa. What? I just wanted to protect my daughter. You know, parental instinct. I seriously apologize for making fun of you and hurting you. You just want to protect yourself, right? Not at all. This apology is from the bottom of my heart. So can you please forgive me and take care of Teresa? It doesn't seem genuine. Plus, what do you mean take care of her? I'm allowing you to marry her! Are you happy? Why would I be? What? Did you not see that she was laughing while I was getting hit by you? I thought she was crazy, so that's why I want to call off the engagement. I almost married a psycho. Luckily, I was able to know her true colors. Excuse me? A psycho? Yes. She didn't even bother to talk back to you and laughed at someone getting hurt. If I ask someone about this situation, they'll all say that she's a psycho, so I'll stay away from her. Actually, I don't want to see her anymore. Why? I think she was panicking when that happened and couldn't think straight. Do people laugh when they're in a panic? Well, some people do, like me. I think that people normally cry or scream when they see someone get hurt. You guys are so weird. Like father, like daughter. We have a different sense of humor than normal people, okay? That's a sense of humor? That's just disgusting. You guys need help, you know. Yeah, whatever. Anyways, she probably wants to get married to you, so please, do. She wants to get married to me because I'm a lawyer. You brainwashed her by saying that she can only marry a lawyer, so I think she doesn't love me as a person. That's not true. I didn't brainwash her. She just followed her passion, and not my words. Then why is she obsessed with lawyers? I think it's because she loves Legally Blonde and Law and Order. You don't need to lie. I think she'll marry anyone who's a lawyer. No, she won't. My daughter chose the right guy, and I was wrong all along. Nope. Sorry, but it's too late now. This was a good thing because you wanted to kick me out, right? No, that's not true. I never wanted to kick you out. You left on your own. I wanted to talk to you. I doubt that. If I stayed longer, I think you would have hurt me more. Hey, do you know what else is good? What? I don't have to be related to a criminal. Criminal? Why? I'm going to sue you. I mean, you said that you're a family of lawyers, so maybe you can do something about this. Maybe your brother, who's an apprentice lawyer, can help? I seriously want to know who actually is a lawyer in your family. I will seriously apologize from the bottom of my heart. I'm so sorry. Please don't sue me. My company will find out and probably will fire me. Oh, now you're being really sorry because you're in trouble. Sorry, but I won't forgive you. I will file a police report. Why? Hey, if you have a problem with it, I don't mind going to court if you're okay with that. No, please don't! Help me! Why don't you start looking for a family member who's a lawyer? There's no one who can help me! What should I do? Then how about looking for a good lawyer then? Good luck with that, and see you at court. You shouldn't fake being a lawyer, dude. After the incident, he didn't bother to make a settlement and didn't argue in court, so I won without any problems. He now has a criminal record, and his family cut ties with him, and he even got fired from his company because of violence and is having a mental breakdown. Teresa was really desperate to take me back, but I declined and blocked her. It looks like they both moved in the middle of nowhere trying to look for jobs. I mean, this is all their fault, right?